Hey fellas, welcome to the Daily Dash. I'm Dash Retro. Let's get rockin' and or rollin'. That's right. Here, you can rock, you can roll, you can do both, but you can't do neither. You must do at least one of those things. That's what and or means. I'm definitely, probably of the category, if I had to choose, I would be a rocker and not a roller. I don't know. Once you get into that kind of rock and roll Elvis territory, I'm not sure if it's metal enough anymore for me. But I do love rockin'. We're Azazel, and we're starting off with a farting baby. Now, if this is anything like any other item in this game that farts, I'm going to hate it. Not because I find fart jokes distasteful, or farts themselves distasteful. In fact, I fart probably more than... I don't want to undersell myself here. I mean, I'm probably in the top 20% of farters in the world. And when I say 20%, I mean like only up to 20% of people fart more than me. I know that there are some people who hear the term... there's some people who hear the term like... Or they want to express that and they'll say they're in the top 80%. But I think that they're wrong in saying that. You're in the top. You're in the top 20%, not the top... It makes sense when I say it out loud. I don't understand why some people don't get it the correct way. I think when I used to work at a certain retail outlet, we would constantly get our numbers told to us by the corporate figures, and it was a good thing to be in the top 90% of stores, say, except that I think that maybe the people making up those documents just had, I don't know, they just didn't think about it apparently, because it drove me nuts. It always drove me nuts, because then I played Rock Band, and every single song would tell me you're in the top 2% of the leaderboard, because I'm really good at Rock Band, see. And I would sit there and think like, is that actually shitty? I don't know. I'm getting these conflicted messages of whether or not it's a good thing to be in that percentage. Maybe I'm just actually not very good at the game, and I'm only 2% as good as most other people. But then at the same time, you know, it's also 2% of the leaderboard. Maybe the leaderboard is only the top certain amount of people, and I'm in the top 2% of that. I don't know. These are all questions that arose simply from the fact that that the corporate leadership at my old job did not know how to properly show data. Oh, now here is a question. I think this early on, Judas's Shadow, is a fantastic item. So I think what we're going to do is finish off the floor, not picking up any soul hearts or health upgrades. Now that changes things up. I actually don't know how this interacts. I need to pick up the pace a little bit, but I think... See, I know that now that I take Judas's Shadow, now I will resurrect as Judas's Shadow, or Dark Judas, however you prefer to say it. However, what I am unsure of is, oh, get hit by that. What I'm unsure of is all the respawns after that. You know what? Let's use the curse room. Let's... Wait a minute. Hold on. This will give me another black heart when I take it. Also, I don't want to get trapped in here. So let's take the... I'm getting my math all screwed up and I don't want to take too long. And these black hearts are killing everything! Alright, that's okay. We only have a little bit more dying to do. And then we can get on living. Okay, whoa, 2 black hearts dropped. I have no idea what caused that to happen, but I will take it. Seriously, what's causing black hearts to drop when I get hit? Is that a new black candle feature or something? I don't know the answer to these questions. So we're playing as Azazel. That actually made us lose flying and lose our brimstone. I did not consider that. Okay, call me an idiot. I just haven't played with Judas's Shadow very much. I generally don't really like the items that resurrect you as a different character. And this is exactly the kind of shit why. Because I think like, oh, hey, a resurrection that makes me more powerful. That sounds great, except that it actually took away my super sweet beaming technology. So I guess we're just gonna have to look out for something like a Devil Deal to get our Brimstone back, or we can just go my usual route and try to fight Mega Satan, try to get some sweet heaven room, angel room stuff going on. We have 16 cents. I'm going to go into that shop. Who knows? It might be something very good, such as there's options. That is a very good item. Okay. So, even with this setback of losing our flying, really, I'm more concerned about the flying than the Brimstone. I'll be clear about that. But let's pop this pill. What do we got? Range down. That's not a big deal, especially now that we got a significant range upgrade from losing that beam. I wasted a key by not picking that up for some reason, and here we are on Ragman. This boss has been my worst nightmare since Afterbirth came out. Let's try to just manage him correctly. It looks like this won't be too bad because he didn't spawn with trites already at the ready, so we can kind of manage those as he sends them out. So yeah, that wasn't bad at all. We'll take the, that certainly. Oh, we will also take Death's Touch. Okay, so I guess we're not going for Angel Rooms anymore, because if there is one Devil Deal item that I can't resist, it is Death's Touch. You know, there's Mom's Knife, there's Brimstone, those are very powerful items, but I don't like them as much. I really like Death's Touch because I get to retain, you know, like normal tiers and cool tier synergies, even though synergies are a thing that are supposed to be done better in Afterbirth. But either way, it's hard to, you know, break those feelings of like, well, I could take Mom's Knife, but it doesn't really synergize with anything. Also, I'm just a fan of shooting things and not stabbing things. I enjoy it more. I don't know, though. You can get some good Mom's Knife runs going, especially... Okay, so, the other day, I'm going to tell you guys about a different run while I play this one without talking about it. So, the other day, I got this new Angel Room item that was like a spear, and I had that and Mom's Knife. So, I was able to just go up to Mega Satan. I ended up fighting him, and just stood in front of him with these two different melee weapons, just drilling him for like unheard of amounts of damage. And it was pretty great. The fight ended very soon. Mega Satan did not know what hit him. So, yeah, that is something that I look forward to perhaps seeing again, is more of that spear, and is all the more reason to go after the Angel Rooms, which I like to do anyway. So, even though today, I guess, is not the day, I can't resist Death's Touch because I love the sides. I love piercing shots. Piercing shots are my favorite of like spectral versus piercing. I am a piercing shots kind of guy. We will take Dad's key, since, I mean, partly because why not? We don't have any other spacebar items, but also it's a damn good spacebar item. You know, it comes in handy a lot. A lot of the time it comes in handy in ways that maybe are not super great while I'm trying to play fast, but you can do some tricky shit with it like this, you know, because everybody knows that the room next to the... I have no idea what that is. The room next to the boss room very commonly holds the super secret room. What the hell is Perks? With a C? Perks with a C? Did I just misread that word? I might have just misread it. Maybe it was pecs, and now Isaac's got some sweet pecs. He's got just a sick six-pack going on. The envy of any man. Alright. Now let's... Yeah, we don't have a 3 and all that. You know, I'm fortunate enough, like, not to say, I'm not going to say I have a six-pack. But I am fortunate enough to be somebody who, like, I'm 5'9", about 5'9", 5'10", which means 5'9", because guys try to play up their height just like girls try to play down their weight. You know, and hey, it's just as sexist one way as it is the other, alright? I'm making generalizations about both genders here. Of course, it isn't true to 100% of people. Let's just not be idiots and have a conversation here, alright? So, I am about 5'9". I am of average height, and I am, I only weigh about 105 pounds. So, I do not work out. I haven't done a sit-up in... probably 2 years. And I remember the last time I did a sit-up, actually. So I shouldn't even say probably and act like I don't actually know, because I do. The last time I did a sit-up, the hell is this item? Marked. Directed. What the fuck is happening? Oh. I kind of hate this. So, I actually remember the last time I did a sit-up and just thinking, wow, this is way harder than I remember. You know, I can do push-ups just fine because I'm light enough. But anyway, point is, I don't work out one bit, but because I am so skinny, there's no fat covering up just the natural muscle tone that the human body has. And so it makes it kind of look like I have a six-pack, even though I don't. That's what I'm getting at here. That's the point. That is the ultimate goal in what I'm trying to express to you. I hate this item. I'm just gonna go off on a limb and just judge this item immediately. I hate it. You know, like, I really... And it's not a mind thing. I love Ludovico technique. It's probably my favorite item in Afterbirth, actually. In fact, I'll go ahead and I'll say that definitively. Ludovico technique is my favorite item in Afterbirth. In Rebirth, sorry, in Rebirth. And so it's not that I have, like, a problem using this. I just hate it. It's like Ludo, but it's like they really liked Ludo and they wanted to make something else like it, but it wasn't another idea that was as good. You know what I mean? It's like when you make a sequel to a game that you really cannot outdo. You know what I mean? Like, what's an example? Take a game that was very, very good, and had a sequel that was by all means good, just it was flawed in the sense that they were trying to outdo something that was already practically perfect, and so it's of course going to look worse by comparison. Can't believe I didn't get hit there. Carrion Queen is not one of my best things to fight against. I will take tears over damage right now. I think that's the right choice. Especially with Death Touch. Death Touch is actually a slight tears down, in case you did not know that. So I think that's the right choice. There is a curse room, and I don't have a black heart at the ready right now. I have a blue, a soul heart. If someone told you they're called spirit hearts, they're wrong. Ignore them and try to, you know, force out any other lessons that you may have thought that they taught you out of your head, because they are wrong. I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, I'm kidding about the disdain part. They're seriously called soul hearts, though. So now let's go into this curse room. You know, if anything else, it's like, can I just stop shooting for a minute? It's like I'm playing Mass Effect 2 and I can't fucking put my gun away. You know, that was one of the things that drove me so nuts about that game, is that Jane Shepard, or whatever you chose to call her, was just so goddamn excited to have her gun out in that game that, like, these numbers aren't exactly accurate, but they are shockingly close to accurate, if you don't believe me. Like 14 out of the 15 buttons on the controller would draw her gun in that game. I'm playing an RPG here. I want to walk around. I want to explore. I want to loot the chests. But every time I press a button, she whips her gun out. And, oh my god. And so that's what I'm feeling like right now with these marked tiers just constantly blasting every which way. It's like, it wouldn't even be as bad if I didn't have the scythes, but the scythes... Oh, shit. Okay, and then I just wasted my dad's key charge. But the scythes are, like, huge and obtrusive and just an annoyance to look at. I'm almost done complaining about this item. If you'll let me complain for just a little longer, I might be satisfied. Why am I trying to bomb into secret rooms when I have a I Can See Forever pill active? I don't know. The reason is that I am so distracted by the scythes. So, there we go. Over. I'm done talking about it. We still have 1 soul heart, so let's use it to go in here. Doesn't matter that I got hit by the spider because we're getting hit on the way out anyway. Let's just try to make the best of this. When is this gonna even be good? I'm thinking about, like, fighting Gertie, but even then, it's like, Gertie is not hard to hit. And sometimes you want to hit stuff besides him. Because that's, like, the point of a stationary boss, is that he spawns other stuff that you need to look at instead. Oh, man. Okay, what we need to do to make the best of this, all we need to do is find another item that synergizes very well with it. You know, I kind of like magnetic tears. What's that called? Strange Attractor. That is an item that most people hate. However, the first time that I got Strange Attractor, first time ever, I happened to already have Brimstone and Anti-Gravity Tears. That's what it was. And Anti-Gravity Tears, that's another item that sucks until you get the right synergy with it. So, I had Anti-Grav and Brimstone and got Strange Attractor, and it was awesome. It just, you know, because Brimstone creates that, like, vortex of death, right? And then Strange Attractor made it suck all the enemies into it. So that was a really sweet combo. Maybe we can get something like that going on here. This is a Dagaz rune. I think I will actually take that with me, and the Book of Shadows as well. I did not even look at this card. It's Temperance. I'm not super tempted by the Temperance. Temperance does not stand for temptation in this case, in this particular case. A lot of the time I do really like what you can get done with a blood bank, though. Whoa! I did not hear that. Okay, I gotta start playing this game with headphones while I record, because I do not shut the fuck up, and so, as a result, I actually don't hear very many of the sound effects that are happening in the game, or the music or anything like that, so, yeah, that can be a problem. I guess this is okay at taking care of mom hands, except that I could have just shot at them just as easily myself. Kamikaze, not interested in that. Also, this item would be very dangerous if your tears are something that aren't necessarily something that you want to be just blasting all over the place. Such as, like, Dr. Fetus. That would be a bad time, Dr. Fetus. Holy shit, though, guys, it just clicked. Okay, I don't know why this didn't click sooner, but I just realized that I have 360 degrees of shooting power. That is actually something very new. And that could actually be taken in an interesting way. So I can now shoot in 360 degrees. When you put it that way, it's a lot more interesting. You know what I would rather have, though? Being able to shoot in 8 different directions with my arrow keys, a la Metal Blade from Mega Man. You know, that would be cool too. I think I would like that more. But hey, I guess it's time to say beggars can't be choosers, because when you say things that people have heard before in a way that makes sense in the current conversation, it makes you sound smart and philosophical. Unless you're high, anything that you say when you're high that you thought you've heard before. We're talking about specifically on the Mary Jane. You think of something that you've heard before, you know, some kind of philosophical line, and you think you've heard it before, so you decide to say it. Except that you haven't actually heard it before. You were just thinking about it like 10 seconds ago, and then you forgot you were thinking about it because you're high. And then when you thought about it again, you thought that you had heard it before, but really it was just you. I don't know. Maybe I've been there, maybe I haven't. Maybe I've heard other people be there. But I'm just telling you, just public service announcement. Don't try to sound philosophical when you're high. You might as well just tell us all how high you are. So I've taken to just leaving this thing in the center of the room and moving around it. I think that that is working okay, except that when I started to say that, I started to miss with it, but maybe that's only because I was paying more attention. I'm gonna open this golden chest now, and then we're gonna get on with it. We have, oh shit, boss rush. I could do boss rush. I'll take black lipstick because Monkey Paw isn't likely to have much more for me. Okay, we're probably actually not going to do boss rush. I started dicking around way too much for some reason and totally missed my chance. Wait, I've already fought the boss! Okay, we should have just gone down right away, actually, is what should have happened. But we didn't. So now, let's try and go super fast. Get everything in the middle here, come on. We'll lay that for when we come back, just in case it lays something nice for us. Kill these pains in the asses. Come on, come on. Where is Mom? Okay, item room. That's not bad. It's not a bad find. Oh, there's no way we're gonna kill Mom in a minute with this item, though. It's too difficult to use. Who knows, though? I mean, I do have... that's what I need. I do have piercing shots. Oh, but it's so far away. I already got the item, though, so it doesn't really matter if I... Oh, okay. Didn't mean to do that. It doesn't really matter if I miss. If I, like, get into the boss room and then take too long to kill her, and then just have to go down to the next floor, that wouldn't be too big of a deal, because, oh, God, there's no way. There's no way. Alright, I blew it. Blew it! Okay, that should have hit me. Alright, so what can we do on Depths 2 now that we are not going down to the next floor immediately? Let's grab these things. I can go to the shop. Yes, the shop. I just don't want to take too much time on these daily runs. Partly because your time helps your score, but also just because, you know, I don't want to be boring. And I've noticed I tend to meander a lot. Let's not buy anything except the key. You know, we don't have very many keys. I mean, I am pretty interested in the idea of an arcade. But really, what for? Let's just kill the boss, see if we get another devil deal. See where we go from there. There is a curse room, though. I gotta go to the curse room. Nope, we're on black hearts. I don't like wasting. I don't like going to the curse room when it's black hearts. I feel like it's a waste. Okay, so I guess I just stand on the side of this that, oh, shit, that has enemies on the opposite end. This is a pretty okay way to play, except that, again, I'd rather just press the buttons, you know. If it was like if it had some kind of stat upgrade associated with it, it wouldn't be so bad. Taking the Polaroid, not really much discussion to have there about it. Lumpicle, exactly what I wanted. Maybe... Oh, okay, I just realized something very stupid that I did. I took Book of Shadows with me instead of keeping Dad's key and fighting Mega Satan. So, oof, I actually apologize that I made that mistake. In fact, when I took Dad's key, I should have taken it into consideration that I would no longer need to rely on Devil Deals in order to fight Mega Satan. But you know what? Let's actually worry about surviving right now, because I seem to be doing significantly worse than I felt I was not very long ago. We're in the Scarred Womb. You know, I feel like the Scarred Womb might be a little easier than the regular womb, just because it's easier to see, really. See, do I have black lipstick still? Yes. It's no Demon's Tail, but it gets the job done. Actually, I don't know if it gets the job done. I don't think I've picked up a black heart since I got it. So I guess we'll find out about that. It's like Ludo, but you have to lead guys. Ay, ay, ay. It feels like a massive range upgrade, even. I mean, this could be a very cool item. I don't even know about that. I just don't feel like it has any potential. Some part of me just feels like this item, I'll never like it. Okay, so here's our boss. We can potentially get another devil deal here. It's not super likely because we got one on the last part, but it is reasonably likely. So let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Nothing, but magic mush is fantastic. Yeah, nothing else to see here. Let's go. Maybe I should be opening gold chests. I don't have very many keys though. I would like to save those for the chest if possible. Even though, I mean, it's very likely that I could be getting, like, Cricket's head or something out of a chest that I would really like. Even though damage maybe isn't the #1 thing that I need right now. I mean, fate. You could get fate in a chest, and flying would be fantastic for me. Let's see. Let's pop this vision and just go right to our boss. Yeah, let's just go that way. You know, I do have a lot of coins. I'm gonna go into the arcade just to see if there's like a judgment buddy in there or something like that. Not necessarily looking for a slot machine or to play the sluts today. Okay, well, I like this because I think this will. No, okay. I was thinking as Black Judas, as Dark Judas, it might give me 2 black hearts. Since I know if you sleep in the bed with Azazel, if you sleep in the bed with Azazel, I think it just gives you 3 black hearts instead of like doing the math to actually give you the proper amount to restore you to your starting health, if it needed to indeed even do that. Well, it appears that my tears are doing enough damage to make these guys crunch up, which is always a good sign. I should really maybe be trying to use this whole 360 degrees a little bit better. It'll help with Mom's heart a lot. I'll tell you that. Let's see, what is this one? Addicted. What the hell is that? Does that mean? Did I pop too many pills? Or is it just fucking with me? You know, I always thought it was a really cool thing that in Fallout 3 you could get addicted to drugs, and then you got withdrawals from not taking them, and the withdrawals were like adverse versions of what the drug would generally give you. It was one of those things where when I worked at that certain retail outlet that I mentioned earlier, parents would come in and their kids would want to get Fallout, and sure, Fallout isn't a game for kids, and there are plenty of reasons to think that, but mainly I'd say it's because of how violent it is, perhaps. Not that I don't think that a certain degree of violent video game playing is healthy, even for kids. That is something that I think. But really what I'm getting at, though, is that parents wouldn't be concerned about the violence, but they would be concerned about the drug use. Because apparently, like, it's unheard of for drug use in a game to be anti-drug. And I really think that, you know, with the addictions and stuff in Fallout 3, that is a portrayal of drugs that potentially steers kids away from drugs more than entices them. That is a trophy. And we can't go down to the next floor. I wonder if it would be good or bad to take these. I'm just going to take these for YOLO reasons, and then we'll hit the trophy. Okay, I did terribly. 18,000. Oofta. So, let's see. We got... most of their score came from the stage bonus and exploration, because I guess I went to a lot of rooms. I don't know what swag is, and maybe having more heart containers may have helped that. 1,600, though, is a very square number. It seems like that is exactly the kind of number that would make it easy to derive where they're getting it. since, you know, it's a power of 2 and all that. Well, it's a power of 2 multiplied by 100, but you get the idea. Damage penalty, so I took too much damage, I took a lot of time. Not too much, though. Those penalties don't look too big. Really, I think, I guess other people just did better. I'm guessing, oh, the dad's key thing didn't matter. And that's what the thing is, the heart, the next to the DR. Does my mouse cursor get captured in this game? No. Let me enable that so I can show you something. Oh my god, it still doesn't capture it. The heart on the left side next to the DR, what that means is that today's daily challenge only wants you to beat Mom's heart. So, okay. I should have known that. That makes it a good reason to pick up Book of Shadows instead of Dad's Key, because we knew we weren't going to the chest anyway. So that will be good to know for future daily runs. So yeah, for this episode, let's move on a little bit. Let's see how I did. Besides that terrible 18,000th. Today, though, Phone seems to be... Ooh. Phone, I think, has been a naughty boy. I think we should maybe ignore that one and give our congratulations to Kerrigan. Just in time for Legacy of the Void, Kerrigan is coming in with a vengeance, showing us all how it's done, reminding her that she is Queen of the Zerg, soon to be Queen of the Universe, once all is taken by the Swarm. But then among our friends, oh, I didn't do as good as I just said that. Didn't do as well as my one other friend who's played it today, so that's unfortunate. But I thank everybody for joining me today. We'll see you guys on the next Daily Dash.